Welcome back to Memorial Park, everybody. My name is Mitch Kieran, and we're just getting set up in a few moments for game number 2 of our doubleheader. Another 7-inning contest between those guys and Baseball 365. Just a half hour ago, we finished game number 1. Those guys picking up their 17th win on the year to get to 17-4. Baseball 365 falling to 9-7 overall, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. That's what I got off their website. Final score 6-2, 5 RBIs for Nick Henricks. He'll be our cleanup batter and first baseman once again. Tyler Jacobson went the distance in a complete game win with 9 strikeouts. Those guys getting 8 base hits and 6 runs, and 365, 2 runs on 4 base hits. Let's go ahead now and meet the starting lineups for Baseball 365 as those guys out in the field. Leading off the second baseman, number 2, Ryan Angler, batting second in left field, number 7, Matt Olive, the 3-hitter and designated hitter, number 28, Nate Balin, cleanup batter, and at first base, number 11, Joe Collier, batting 5th. Behind the dish, doing the catching, number 3 this game, Jack Piram, batting 6th in center field, number 8, Mason Wolf, batting 7th at third base, number 10, Kyle Wright, the 8th batter and right fielder, number 4, Parker Hagebach, and the 9-hitter, shortstop, number 5, Sam Kalisa. Jack Dutch, number 34, will be the starting pitcher for Baseball 365. And for those guys around the field we go, we got Lucas Gardner out of Iowa Lakes Community College pitching to start. And we have Connor Lang, the catcher out of Briar Cliff. At first base, Nick Henricks, second baseman Parker Truesdale, shortstop John Magnuson, and third baseman Wade Cannaday. Left field, we have Owen Martin. Center field, Javon Mason. Actually, correction. Looks like we have Javon Mason in left and Owen Martin in center field. Get that updated here. And we have Aaron Mason in right field. Those guys now 17-4 overall, led by head coach Michael Kieran, assisted by Peter Sartorius. And they've had some playing duty, actually. When we get games Monday through Friday, it might be tough for some of these guys to come down and play. So Coach Kieran has a couple games under his belt against Akron, as well as one against Dodge County. A home run as well. Average right around 333. And Sartorius, some hits as well, and great play at third. But luckily we're able to fill out the lineup today. Already one strong game underneath of us, and that 6-2 victory earlier. Now let's hope for another strong start from Lucas Gardner out of Iowa Lakes, a hometown of Esterville. Esterville Lincoln Central grad and a commit to Gardner Webb, a Division I. So this game, Ryan Angler moving from the cleanup spot to lead things off for 365 here in the top half of inning number 1. Lucas Gardner just working out of the stretch to start things off. Lang sets up on the outer half. Here's the first pitch. Nice fastball, but in the dirt for ball 1. Looks like a bit of a 3/4 delivery there from Gardner. That skips to the plate. Hard velo at least. 1-0 count to leadoff man Angler here in the top half of inning number 1. Gardner from the stretch. Fastball low outside for ball 2. Just trying to settle in after starting the leadoff man. 2-0 in the count. Virtually the same lineup apart from another pitcher and some outfield rearrangements. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Angler. And low and outside for ball 3. Gardner getting the start here today, just trying to settle in. It's a 3-0 count to start things off against Ryan Angler. And this one misses high. So on the first 4 pitches, they're all balls. Angler walks to first. That'll bring up Matt Olive, number 7, out of left field. This pitch misses outside. Ball 1. 1-0 count to Olive. One-0 delivery. Fastball in there for strike 1. New player for 365 this game, Kyle Wright, batting 7th at third base. Other than that, still very similar lineups, similar players in there. This pitch just barely inside for ball 2, riding the chalk. 2-1 count to Matt Olive, runner on first, nobody out. Gardner checks the runner at first, modest lead. Or Angler takes a step. And this one will miss outside, ball 3. Gardner still trying to settle in and find the zone. Walked Angler on a 4-pitch at bat, and now he's got Olive behind the count. 3 balls to 1 strike. Gardner with a pitch and high for ball 4. Back-to-back walks to start off 365. Runners on first and second for Nate Balin, who had a great first game at the plate. 2 for 2, reaching base 3 times on a single, a walk, and a home run. He's a built right-handed batter. Got to be careful now after he's picked up some steam earlier today. First pitch of the at-bat. Low and outside, ball 1. Oh, second pitch. Fastball at the knees, taken, strike 1. This one grounded towards Kennedy at third. It's a foot race to the bag, and he'll beat Angler there for out number 1. A fielder's choice will put Balin on at first. Olive on at second. Balin just hooked that one right at Kennedy. Able to sit back, knock it down. And there's the first out for those guys. Still a play at first, second, or third. And Joe Collier getting bumped up to the cleanup hole in here in game number 2. A 2 for 3 earlier today. Still here in the top half, inning number 1 scoreless. Runners on first and second, 1 down. Those guys haven't trailed yet today. But 365 trying to have something to say about that. Gardner with the pitch. Swung on and missed. Gets an off speed. And Collier well out in front of it for strike 1. Good pitch from Gardner. Trying to settle in here. He's got 1 out now. And we'll have a courtesy runner for the DH, Balin. It's been number 24, Ben Cradle. It's an 0-1 count for Collier. And the second pitch of the at-bat, missing high, ball 1. Gardner walking the first 2. A grounder got out number 1 on a fielder's choice. To Angler at third. Here's the 1-1. Grounded back up the middle. Could be 2. Magnuson to Truesdale. To Hendricks in time for a great double play. 6-4-3. And he got the ground ball there from Gardner. Good job to get out of that jam. From Magnuson to Truesdale to Hendricks. 6-4-3 double play. We'll leave 1 runner stranded. No runs, no hits, and no errors from those guys. He played a half inning here, still scoreless. And again, virtually the same lineup for those guys, apart from a new pitcher and some defensive substitutions. The batting order, we still got Aaron Cowboy Mason leading off and playing right field this game. Javon Mason will bat second and play left. Chris Witzke still in the 3 hole and the designated hitter this game. Nick Henricks over at first base, the cleanup batter. Owen Martin, the center fielder, batting fifth. John Magnuson at shortstop, batting sixth. Wade Cannaday at third base, batting seventh. Connor Lang catching, batting eighth. And Parker Truesdale batting ninth and at second base. Lucas Gardner, the starting pitcher. Aaron Mason's been doing a good job so far this summer for those guys from Bancroft. His third straight summer returning to Kossuth County at these hallowed grounds of Bancroft Memorial Park. Went 2 for 3 earlier today in the leadoff hole. Let's go around the field now for 365. Jack Dutch, last game starting DH. On the mound, a right-hander. He'll be pitching to Jack Piram at first base. We got Joe Collier at second, Ryan Angler. The third baseman is Kyle Wright, getting his first game in today. Sam Kalisa had a solid game at shortstop in game number 1, looking to keep that going at short. In left field, Matt Olive. In center field, Mason Wolf. And in right field, Parker Hagebach. Led by Coach Cousins is what I got down here. Baseball 365 out in the field. Still scoreless here as we enter the bottom of the first. Mason and Witzke due up for the boys in blue. Well, here comes Aaron Cowboy Mason once again, 2 for 3 in game number 1, a pair of singles and 1 run scored. See if he can get things going again on the first pitch, and he'll take that one in the dirt. Ball 1. First pitch here in game number 1 coming just about the top of the hour at about 4 o'clock, 9 minutes ago. Still a hot one. 91 degrees, and we've been under an excessive heat warning throughout most of North Iowa. Heat index is reaching at about 102 to 107. The real temp is only about 91, but it doesn't quite feel like that. Well, to lead off man, we have another 3-0 count to Aaron Cowboy Mason from the starting pitcher, Dutch. 3-0 pitch. Get me over fastball for strike 1. Dutch from the windup, 3-1. Outside, but in the black. Called strike 2. Mason doesn't want to give chase. Not a bad swing, not a bad pitch to take. But now that'll even up the count full here. 3-2. Mason hits this one in the air straight away center field. Wolf should have no problem. He's camped and makes the grab for out number 1. After starting off Mason 3-0, it's a full count fly out to center to put away Aaron Mason, and that will bring up Javon Mason out of Iowa Western. Dutch with the first pitch to Javon Mason. Fastball paints the corner. Strike 1, low and outside. The windup, the 0-1, and low and outside, ball 1. Javon Mason going 1 for 2 earlier today. 2 runs scored, a single and a hit by pitch. Reaching twice as this one will skip in the dirt all the way to the backstop, ball 2. From the windup, here's the 2-1 to Mason, and same pitch that time, fastball in the dirt. And to the backstop for ball 3. Got another 3-ball, 1-strike count. Javon Mason is first at bat this game, 4th on the day. Very, very talented player out of Iowa Western. And the pitch. Maybe missing just a little low that time, but it's ball 4. One out walk puts Javon Mason on at first base to bring up Chris Witzke. 1 for 2 in game number 1. A sac bunt, a strikeout, and an RBI single. Stepping in 1 for 2 on the day. 0 for 0 this game. First pitch, low, ball 1. Not a bad spot that time from Dutch. 1-0 count, Dutch resets. And the delivery. Fastball in the inner half of the zone, strike 1. One count here for Witzke. Quick pickoff attempt. Mason will step back on the base safely. Dutch working out of the stretch now. 1-1 count, 1 away. The pitch to Witzke. Fastball hit in the air the other way. Could be trouble, and it'll drift too far out of reach, foul. A long strike 2. Witzke, a Division II player out of Harding University. Dual player. He had a 5-2 record on the mound as a left-handed pitcher for D. Harding. Well, you can't forget he also provides offensively and in the 3-hole for those guys. This one turned on towards the first baseman, Collier. The throw is past the shortstop, Kalisa, and Mason can't head to third. He'll be left there, and it's going to be a throwing error for Witzke to reach first safely. Mason to second. Still 1 away here. Runners on first and second for Nick Henricks, and going to have to be careful pitching to him. 1 for 2 earlier, and 5 runs batted in. On a sac fly that scored 2, and a bases clearing double. The pitch low and outside. Nice stop from Piram that time to catch ball 1. Henricks waiting for his pitch to drive. The cleanup hitter at the plate now. We got 1 down, runner on first and second, still scoreless. Still waiting our first official base hit of the game. Dutch with the 1-0. Low and outside, ball 2. So far, neither right-handed starting pitcher able to just settle in early enough to get comfortable in the zone, falling behind the counts often. It's a 2-0 count, and the pitch to Henricks, low outside again, ball 3. Don't want to jinx the outcome, however, because for 365, their inning ended in a 6-4-3 double play back in the top of the first. At 3-0 count to Henricks, has the green light and shoots one into the parking lot, foul. Not a bad swing, but it's a long strike 1. Three-1 is the count. And the pitch. Swung on, hitting the air to straightaway right field. Hagebach comes in on it. Javon Mason going to try to tag. The relay is perfect. Henricks flies out to right, and then it's a 9-6-5 double play to put away those guys after 1 complete. Good defensive play from 365 with that. For those guys in the bottom of the first, we had no runs, no base hits. There was 1 error on 365 and 2 left on base. To play the complete inning here, we're still scoreless from Bancroft. And welcome back to Bancroft. We're here in the top half of the second inning. Still scoreless. And for those guys, we got Lucas Gardner pitching to 5-6-7 in the order for 365. Leading off with the catcher, Jack Pieram. This one, fastball in the outer half for strike one. Good pitch there. A 1 count here to start off Pieram. Batting fifth this game, led off in game number 1. The 0-1 from Gardner. Drops to a 3/4 delivery that time, and this one runs well outside for ball 1. 1-1 count here to Pieram. Third pitch to the at-bat, and it's upstairs, taken for ball 2. 2-1 count. Still got another doubleheader tomorrow afternoon. Those guys travel to Allison. Fourth pitch of the at-bat, that's upstairs. If you want to go to that game, it'll start at around 1 o'clock. We won't have the broadcast. As a matter of fact, I believe this might be the final game that I'll be able to cover for those guys this summer. Be sure to update that, though, on our Facebook and Twitter pages, which you can follow for all of our results and updates. Anything for this brand new team this summer in Bancroft. That pitch in there for strike 2 taken. That'll work the count full against Pieram. Gardner resets. Payoff pitch coming up. He fires. Swing and a miss. There's strike 3 on 6 pitches. Good recovery from Gardner there. Works the count full and earns his first strikeout. Swung on and missed by Pieram. We'll now go to the 6th batter in the order, Mason Wolf, out of center field. First pitch of the at-bat. Just about a hair off the plate. Taking ball 1 called for Wolf. One-zero pitch. Fastball in there, taking strike 1. Good spot. Count evens up at 1-1. And Wolf holds off for strike 2. Gardner got that one in the outside half of the zone. A lot of movement, a lot of run. So got away from Wolf. Just indecisive, just didn't want to pull the trigger that time. 1-2 pitch to Wolf, and in the dirt, Lang blocks it. Ball 2. Nobody on, 1 down. 2-2 count. We're still scoreless here in the top half of inning number 2. 365 hitting those guys in the field. Another blue-on-blue matchup. And the 5th pitch of the at-bat, missing high. Rocketing into the backstop for ball 3. Full count. Back-to-back payoff pitches for Gardner. This one hit high and deep to right center. And it burns Martin in center field. Tracks it down. But on the full count, Wolf doubles to deep right center. Nice piece of hitting there. Pitch on the upper outside part of the zone, and Wolf stays short to the baseball and goes inside out. Crushes it to deep right center field. Still got 1 down and a fresh count to Kyle Wright, getting his first at-bat of the day. First pitch. Missing high for ball one. The 1-0 count here. And the pitch. Fastball for strike one. Got over the inner half of the plate. Good spot there. Even the count back up at 1-1. 365 trying to get back in the win column. They're now 9-7 overall. Those guys 17-4. Right, hits this one in the air straight away to Aaron Mason. Comes down, it makes the grab, and no tag necessary. Wolf will hold up at second. That's an F9 to retire right. We now go to Parker Hagebach. Right fielder in the 8th spot here for 365. 2 down. Still a man on second, and we're still scoreless here in the top of the second. First pitch to Hagebach, hit in the air to shallow left field. Javon Mason gives chase and tracks it down and makes the grab for out number 3. Apart from the double, good inning there for those guys in the field. No runs on 1 base hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Played 1.5. Those guys are coming up next. 5, 6, 7. Due up from Bancroft. Welcome back to Bancroft. We're here in the bottom of the second inning. Coming up for those guys, Owen Martin in center field and the 5-hitter. First pitch swung right through, missing for strike one. Martin went 0 for 3 earlier today. Could have been 0 for 2, but a strike 3 call could have gone either way. So he's still looking for his first hit nonetheless. Still looking for our first hit for those guys here in game number 2. Just a lot of game left. Martin holds off on a check swing for ball 2. Can't do a check there. Sheik's the only umpire behind the mound. Called strike 2. Fastball right in the chalk outside. And Dutch quick to the plate this inning, wasting little time. Here's the 2-2 breaking ball. Missing high as Martin ducks out of the way for ball 3. Payoff pitch on the way. Martin stays alive, hits this one straight back. Foul. Another payoff pitch coming up. Dutch from the windup and outside in the dirt ball 4 as Martin starts things off with a leadoff walk here in the second to bring up John Magnuson, shortstop. A pitch, and Magnuson pops up a bunt that somehow goes over the backstop. Foul ball for strike 1, Magnuson, a junior out of Upper Iowa University, coming to us from Waterloo East High School. Also attended University of Arkansas at Pine Bluffs. Here's the 0-1. Magnuson sits on a curveball. Fired everything but the hands that time. Not a bad pitch to take with less than 2 strikes, but now he's 0-2 in the count. Got to battle back here. Fastball. Low and outside, ball 1. Tough call there to leave in the umpire's hands with 2 strikes. 1-2 now. The pitch. Magnuson holds off for ball 2. Pieram throw to second. Not in time. Martin steals second. Great jump that time. Pieram delivering a nice throw from the knees, but good wheels from Owen Martin, as there's his first stolen bag on the day. He stands on second, nobody out, 2-2 in the count. There's the 5th pitch of the at-bat. Fastball in there, taken for strike 3. We'll now go to Wade Canada, the third baseman, 7-hitter. Wade went 1 for 3 earlier today. The Marshalltown native out of Morningside College. First pitch. Canada sits back on one, ropes it right past the third baseman. Low line drive, hard grounder. Second hit like that for him today in the left field. There's the first hit in the game for those guys. Runners on first and third now. 1 down for Connor Lang to try to break our scoreless tie. Here's the first pitch from Dutch. Fastball in the black, taken, ball 1. Just a little bit off the plate. One-0 pitch. Lang pops this one up past the pitcher, and it gets past the shortstop on the charge. Lang will have an RBI infield single as Owen Martin comes home to score. Wade Canada advances to second. Back-to-back singles there, given up by Dutch. It's 1-0 now for those guys. We'll go to Parker Truesdale. The runners on first and second to try to add to this lead. Still 1 out. Here's the first pitch to Truesdale. Low and outside, ball 1. I want to thank you once again for tuning into this broadcast. Might be our last one this summer. We'll keep you updated on Facebook and Twitter. Here's the second pitch of the at-bat. Truesdale skies this one to straightaway center. Wolf camps under it. Makes the grab for out number 2. Runners hold off on advancing. Now we go back to the top of the order with Aaron Cowboy Mason. Flew out back in the first, but he went 2 for 3 earlier today, so he's in a good rhythm so far hitting as of late. And a game-winning home run against Austin earlier this year. That was a tough weekend for those guys. They split with the Greyhounds. Mason sees this breaking ball, but holds off for strike 1. Good break that time from Dutch. Here's the 0-1 to Cowboy. Swing and a miss. He gets the breaking ball past him once again for strike 2. This time a swinging miss. 0-2 count. And the third from Dutch, swung on, grounded towards the shortstop, Kalisa. The throw to first on the money. A nice strike from Kalisa. He's had a great day defensively, and that will put away those guys here in the second. We had 1 run score on 2 base hits, no errors, and 2 runners left stranded for those guys in the bottom of the second. Play 2 complete. It's 1-0 with 3:65 coming up to bat in the top of the third. Up next from Bancroft. Welcome back to Bancroft. We're here in the top of the third inning. Good job for those guys to break the scoreless tie in the second. Up at the plate now, we got 9-1-2 leading off with Sam Kalisa, the shortstop. Fouls the first pitch away from Lucas Gardner, strike 1. Getting the start here in game number 2. So far, Gardner only given up 1 hit, a pair of walks, and has 1 strikeout. No runs given up yet. And hopefully it stays that way for our sake as this pitch misses high and outside, ball 1. Gardner, a Division I pitcher, set to go to Gardner-Webb. Esterville Lincoln Central. Stayed locally in the Iowa Great Lakes area at Iowa Lakes Community College, one of their top arms. This one hit in the air to straightaway left. And a leadoff single for Kalisa towards Mason in left field. There's the second base hit for 365. Back to the top of the order we go now. Man on first, nobody out. Ryan Angler, the second baseman, steps in 0 for 0 with a walk. Here's the first pitch from Gardner, showing a bunt. Fouled straight down, knocked down by Lang. Angler trying to pull a fast one out there, but it's foul tip on a bunt, 0-1 count. Gardner resets from the stretch. The 0-1 pitch. Angler gets this one down fair this time. Lang. Throw to first in time for out number 1. Nice bunt laid down by Angler. He does a job to advance Kalisa to second. Thrown out at first. 1 down, man on second. We got Matt Olive at the plate. He also walked back in the first on 5 pitches back then. Play at first for those guys. Gardner comes set from the stretch. First pitch to the at-bat, grounded towards Canada. Looks the runner all the way back to second. And a nice throw to first. One pitch for the second out to put away Olive. 5-3 put out. Great job by Gardner getting a quick ground ball. And a good play from Canada at third base. Gardner has his pitch from Lang. First to the batter, Nate Balin in there for strike one. Balin, the DH, reached on a fielder's choice, had a great game number one, highlighted by a 2-run home run. Lone run support provider in the first of tonight's doubleheader. Gardner will step off, look Kalisa back to the second base. Oh, 1 count here. Gardner back in the stretch. Kicks and fires. Swung on. Grounded towards Canada. He could put it away for 365, and he does. There's out number 3 on back-to-back 5-3 putouts by Canada. Good recovery from Gardner in the second straight inning after giving up lead-off base hits, but unfazed, as there was no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base for the third consecutive inning. We've played 2.5 here from Bancroft. Heading into the bottom of the third, those guys still lead 1-0. They come up to bat next. Welcome back to Bancroft. We got the heart of our order due up 2-3-4, leading things off with our starting left fielder and number 2 hitter, Javon Mason. Walked back in the first. Was left stranded at second. Nobody on, nobody out here in the bottom half of inning number 3. Takes the first pitch, strike 1 on a breaking ball, that time from Dutch. Still going strong here in the third. After 2 complete 1 run on 2 base hits. Goes from the windup, second offering. Low and outside, ball 1, fastball. Dutch has his pitch quickly. Back in the windup here with the 1-1 offering. Mason, a late swing and gets the end of the bat, fouling it straight into the parking lot for strike 2. Looking to battle back here, stay alive with 1 ball, 2 strikes in the count. Nobody on, nobody out. Takes that pitch for ball 2. Two to Mason. And he'll see this one all the way into the dirt for ball 3. Yeah, we got a full count between Dutch and Mason. Payoff pitch. Mason reaches for it, and it's great contact on it. Almost could have been an extra base hit down the line and right on a line drive, but it just sails foul. And the count remains full here. Back in the windup, another 3-2 offering, and taken just outside for ball 4. And Javon Mason draws his second straight walk in this one. Still awaiting his first official at-bat, but he's doing a great job getting on base today. 1 for 2 earlier today, also was hit by a pitch, had a single. It's 4 out of 5 times he's been able to reach base safely. We go to Chris Witzke. Reached on an error. Back in the first, was left stranded at first. After the foul pitch, it's a 0-1 count for Witzke. Pickoff attempt to first, not in time. Still no outs. Those guys still with a small lead of 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. Second pitch of the at-bat, fouled straight back for strike 2. And the 0-2 fouled away again. Witzke doing a good job fouling off pitches. He's battling here. Just trying to straighten it out. Still an 0-2 count for Witzke. And the pitch outside, ball 1. On 2 for Witzke. Pitch outside, ball 2. Drawing a 6-pitch at-bat at the least for Chris Witzke. Haven't seen any action yet from the bullpen of 365. This one hit in the air to straightaway left field, down the line, and just foul. Great swing by Witzke to go the other way. Could have been dangerous there, an extra base hit. Another one just slices foul. Just a pair of great at-bats to lead off here in the bottom of the third between Mason and Witzke. Here's the 7th pitch of the at-bat. With check swings, holds off. For ball 3, we work yet another count full to start Dutch off here in the third. Payoff pitch from the stretch. Witzke hits this one and finally straightens it out. Fair ball into left field for a single. There's Witzke's first hit of the game, second on the day. We now got runners on first and second for Nick Henricks. Flew out to right field back in the first, which turned into a double play. 1 for 2 earlier in game number 1. 5 RBIs, so let's see if he can still add to that total. It's very impressive. First pitch of his at-bat, well, out in front on a curveball. Swung on a miss, strike 1. Good off-speed there that time from Dutch. Henricks just eager to try to provide more runs for those guys. It's an 0-1 count. Second pitch of the at-bat. Low and outside Pierre, able to knock it down. Good work from the catcher there for 365. Henricks steps back in. 1-1 in the count. No outs. Man on first and second. Here in the bottom of the third. Third pitch of the at-bat. Henricks gets a piece of this one on an outside fastball. Fouls it straight back for strike 2. 1-2 count now. And now time to expand. One-two offering. Henricks grounds this one towards the third baseman right. Throw to second in time, and the throw to first goes straight over the dugout at first base. So let's see here. Mason will come around to score from second base. They got Chris Witzke out at second. So Hendricks reaches second on a fielder's choice and a throwing error. So E4 to put him on at second. Looks like the bag might have came up a little bit on the slide. So we still got a runner on second base. Again, a ground ball to the shortstop. They're able to get one out at second to put away Witzke. Then the throwing error as the ball sailed out of play, allowing Javon Mason to come home to score and Hendricks to advance to second base. There's the second error on the game from 365, and it's now a 2-0 score. Those guys out in front. So we have one out, runner on second. Owen Martin steps in 0 for 0. He walked and scored back in the second. Also stole a base. See if he can get another job done here. Those guys trying to add to a 2-0 lead. Here's the first pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike one. Dutch trying to get out with any further damage. One run each back in the second and now in the third. Here's the second pitch of the at-bat. Swung on and missed again. Curveball this time that ran off late for strike two. Martin trying to buckle in here. The 0-2 pitch outside, ball one. So Martin able to see that one off the plate. Won't be phased. Still trying to battle back here. 1 ball to 2 strikes. Here's the fourth pitch of the at-bat. Low and outside, ball two. Two. And a foul ball. Another breaking ball that time from Dutch. And that pitch has proven to be tricky for those guys. Haven't quite gotten around it, either spraying it foul or caught out in front. Martin doing a good job staying alive with 2 strikes. 2-2 count here still. Another offering. And Hendricks trying to race off towards third base. And they won't make the catch in shallow right field. Hendricks, unfortunately, will be held up at second base, but there's another error. That's the second one this inning for 365, the third total. Pop fly into shallow right field on the run. Second baseman Angler got to it and over the shoulder, just couldn't quite make the grab. A tough play nonetheless, but out of the glove. Could have been an out. That's an error. Fresh count now for John Magnuson. Stepping in 0 for 1. Went down looking back in the second. Takes the first pitch. Strike one. And back-to-back errors, unfortunately, on Ryan Angler. And the pitch in the dirt, ball one. Actually, that looks to be Matt Olive over at second base. So Matt Olive, the second baseman for 365. I believe Angler will now be out in left field. Hendricks takes off for third. Nice throw from Pirum, but not in time. There's a stolen base by Hendricks. Good jump that time. Martin takes second base. So now John Magnuson has runners on second and third. Great opportunity for him to try to bring home some runs. And the pitch hit in the air to straightaway left field. Angler out there to try to catch it. He sees it. Hendricks heads to the plate. And they cut the throw to the plate. And that's a sacrifice fly for John Magnuson. Job well done there. Brings home Hendricks to score from third. Martin stays in at second. And we've got 2 down for Wade Canada now at the plate. Here's the first pitch to Canada. Takes a low outside, ball 1. Canada 1 for 1. This game, a nice line drive into left field, makes them 2 for 4 on the day thus far. Second pitch, fastball in the outer half taken for strike 1. Dutch still working hard here in the third, trying to get out of this one. You got to wonder if stamina is really starting to take effect because we've been under excessive heat warnings since 1 o'clock. It's a hot one here in Bancroft. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 1-2 count now. Dutch resets from the belt. Swing and a miss, and Canada unfortunately goes down swinging for out number 3. But a great inning that time from those guys. Let's get the numbers added up here. We had 2 runs score on 1 base hit. There were 2 365 errors and 1 runner left on base. Well, we played 3 complete. Those guys now lead at 3-0 with 365 coming up to bat. Top of the 4th from Bancroft. Welcome back to Memorial Park. We're here in the top of the 4th inning. Those guys out in front of baseball 365, 3-0. And we got the 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up for 365, still trying to crack the scoreboard. Joe Collier leads off 0 for 1 after grounding into a double play. Takes the first pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Collier had a nice 2-hit game number 1 today. So far, Lucas Gardner, just 2 base hits given up, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, just foul tipped. A little bit out in front of that one was Collier, and it's 1-1 count now after strike 1. Gardner gets his pitch. And here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed. There's strike 2. Breaking ball that runs outside for strike 2. Good pitch from Gardner. Trying to build off that to get out number one. Nobody on, nobody out. Gardner gets his pitch. And the fourth offering popped him up. Canada calls it off over at third. And he makes the grab for out number one. Good pitching there from Gardner. Another nice defensive play from Canada. That'll bring up Jack Piram. Catcher Piram 0 for 1. Struck out back in the second. He's done a good job working behind the dish so far, knocking down a lot of balls in the dirt. Hasn't allowed any runs to score off of them yet. First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball, just missing. Perhaps a little too low. Ball one. Starting to see some action from a right-hander in those guys' bullpen. Could potentially be Alex Amaral. We had him on standby in game number one. Piram hits this one deep to right field. Mason runs back and fields it on a one-hop off the fence. The throw to Magnuson at short, and it's a one-out, 1-0 double for Jack Piram. Nice piece of hitting there. That's the third base hit for 365. Again, Amaral was ready to go in game number one, should we need him in a closing situation. But Tyler Jacobson still threw a great game number one. 9 strikeouts, just 4 hits given up and 2 runs. And, of course, another W. The pitch from Gardner. Fastball just a little bit high and perhaps outside, ball one. To Mason Wolf. He also doubled back in the second. He's trying to build off the one just hit now by Piram. 1-0 pitch from Gardner. Fastball in the black and just off the plate, ball two. 2-0 count now for Wolf. Third pitch on the way, and in the dirt, Lang makes a nice block. But he can't field it in time to get Piram at third. It's ball 3, and Piram with a good dirt ball read. He now stands 90 feet away from the first run of the game for Baseball 365. Gotta wonder just how much the heat is playing in effect for these pitchers. It's got to wear them down pretty early. It's a really hot and humid day out here. 3-0 pitch. Fastball outside for ball 4. And Wolf reaches for the second straight time, this time on a walk. Go to Kyle Wright. Flew out to right field back in the second. Runners at the corners now for 365. The first run of the game for them, just 90 feet away with Piram on at third. Wolf over at first, modest lead. Here, a fastball swung on and missed for strike one from Gardner. Gardner resets. With the 0-1, Wolf takes off for second. High inside, throw to second, sails into the outfield, and tough play there for those guys. Langs throws down to second, sails into center field. Piram will easily score, and Wolf will go all the way to third base. And with that, there's the first run of the game for Baseball 365. Still 3-1 lead for those guys, a 1-1 count at the plate. Gardner still working in the stretch. 1-1, swung on, foul tip. There's strike 2. One, two from Gardner. Foul tip, and Lang squeezes it in the mitt for strike 3. And there's out number 2. Good job for Gardner to work back that time. Wolf did a good job to get the bat on the ball. But just directly back for Lang. It's always a tough break for the batter. With 2 down, we still got a man on third base for Parker Hagebach. Flew out to left field the first time up this game. He'll take the first pitch outside ball 1. That fly out coming in the second inning. Just the 4th inning, but Gardner throwing quite a lot of pitches, and in this heat, that got to wonder if that could wear down a pitcher. A 1-0. Low and inside ball 2. Still working hard, though, for out number 3. Trying to limit the damage this inning. Try to keep his lead at 2. The pitch. Fastball just low and inside ball 3. Three-zero count. And the 3-0 pitch. Low and outside, ball 4. And good support from the 365 fans making the long jaunt all the way from the Minneapolis-St. Paul area to catch baseball in the historic Bancroft Memorial Park this Saturday evening. It's 5:05. We're in the top of the 4th inning still. 2 runner on first and third. Still a 3-1 lead for those guys. We got Sam Kalisa up at the plate after Hagebach walks. That pitch misses for ball 1. Kalisa singled his first time up back in the 3rd inning. Gardner still trying to get out of the 4th. 2 down. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball, not sure where it missed, but it's called ball 2. Third pitch on the way. Fastball in the black. Taken. Strike 1. Good spot that time. It's a 2-1 count now. Fourth pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss. Gardner rifles a fastball that time for strike 2. Great pitch. Lang rubbing the hand. I wonder if it hurt a little bit on the squeeze, but here we go. 2-2 count, 2 down. 2 runners on first and third. Gardner trying to get out of this one. 5th pitch of the at-bat. And high, ball 3.
On your horse. He's not over there, Lucas. He is not at first base.
Runner's going to be heading to second on this pitch. And the payoff pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss. And great recovery in that at-bat from Lucas Gardner. That's strike 3 and out number 3. As he leaves 2 runners stranded. 1 run on 1 base hit, a pair of walks, and there were no errors from those guys. Played 3.5. It's now a 3-1 score. Those guys still ahead by 2. Trying to score in 3 consecutive innings with the bottom of the 4th. Coming up from Bancroft. Welcome back to Bancroft. We're here in the bottom half of inning number 4. And we got Connor Lang stepping in here to lead things off. 8-9, top of the order due up for those guys. After 3.5 complete, they still lead 3-1. New pitcher in the game now. As that one misses low and outside for ball 1. And this is Ben Cradle pitching now for 365. So he'll get strike 1 that time to even things up 1-1. Dutch goes 3 innings, gives up 3 runs on 2 hits. Solid work. Just a fresh arm to try to mix things up for those guys at the plate. It's 1-1. A pitch. Lang fouls this one to the right side for strike 2. He reaches for an outside fastball. So 1-2 count here. Cradle from the windup. And the pitch. Nice fastball, foul tip. And Pierman couldn't quite squeeze it. Count will stay 1-2. Nobody on, nobody out. The catcher out of Briarcliff, Lang. Also Missouri Valley High School here in southwest Iowa. Want to thank him for making the trip. Doing a great job catching all summer long. This one misses high for ball 2. Two pitch. Lang, curveball, swung on and missed. Good pitch there with 2 strikes to get Lang swinging and missing for strike 3 and out number 1. Go to Parker Truesdale now, stepping in 0 for 1. Flew out back to out to center. Back in the second, went 1 for 2 earlier today. First pitch to Truesdale. Curveball misses high. Ball 1. One-0 pitch to Truesdale. Fastball. In the black, but not missing by a whole lot, but ball 2. Good spot. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Truesdale won't chase it. High and outside. Ball 3. Truesdale stands in on 3 straight balls to start off his second at-bat. This game number 2 here. Fourth pitch. And high and inside. 4-pitch walk to put Truesdale on at first. With 1 down, we'll go back to the top of the order with Aaron Cowboy Mason. 1 down, man on first base for him. First pitch from Cradle. Missing high and inside. Ball 1. After a nice showing to Lang, it's 5 straight balls now trying to resettle in here. The right-hander in relief for 365. Now working out of the stretch. Got a 1-0 count. The pitch. Does a quick pump and fires a fastball just low. Not missing by a whole lot for ball 2. Duo count for Cowboy now. 1 down. Truesdale on at first. Still a 3-1 score here in the bottom of the 4th. Quick pickoff attempt. And a dead ball. No covering that time. It goes past the chalk, past the poles. Truesdale will go in safely to second base. That's going to mark the 4th total error on Baseball 365, a throwing error on the pickoff attempt. Going out of play yet again. It's 4 errors now, 3 base hits, 1 run scored for Baseball 365. No errors. Great defense so far for those guys. And 3 runs scored on 2 hits. 2-0 pitch to Mason. Fastball reaches for it and fouls out of play straight back for strike one.
All right, Ben, here we go.
Truesdale, fair lead at second. 2-1 count to Mason. The pitch. Fastball just missing low and outside for ball three. Cradle still trying to resettle in here. And a 3-1 hitters count to the leadoff man, Aaron Cowboy Mason. 0 for 2 so far, but so far a solid day at the plate. 2 for 5, and he hits this one deep to left field. It's carrying, and it's off the fence. He rounds first, heading to second. Truesdale will score, and the relay will not be in time. Aaron Mason with an RBI double. Great piece of hitting that time. He sees a pitch up in the zone, gets on plane, has the barrel through the zone for a long time, and he turns on it. If he just had slightly more of a launch angle, that one would have got out of here in a hurry. But he's got to be happy with an RBI double. There's his third base hit on the day. So Cowboy will trade spots with Truesdale to now make it 4-1 for those guys. And Javon Mason now steps up to the plate, walking twice this game. 1 run scored. Reaching base 4 total times on the day. Pieram knocks this one down outside for ball 1. Javon Mason went 1 for 2 earlier today. Only gotten out once on a strikeout back in game number 1. 1-0 count here. And he's looking to make something happen offensively. Try to increase a now 3-1 lead for those guys. The pitch. Mason crushes this one to straightaway center field. Wolf tracks it down on the run. Great catch over the shoulder. And they say he tagged up. Aaron Mason going to reach third after a nice fly out to straightaway center by Javon Mason. He now stands 90 feet away from the 5th run of the game for those guys, and Chris Witzke will step in 1 for 2. An RBI opportunity with 2 outs here. First pitch, fastball taken, strike 1. Oh, 1 count here to Witzke. Another fastball skips to the plate, and Cowboy Mason will easily score on the pass ball, making it 5-1 now. So after 365 gets on the board, those guys answer with another 2 spot here in the 4th. That now marks 3 consecutive innings with runs. And an egg up in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, and 2 now in the 4th, making it 5-1 after that pass ball from Pieram. Up to that point, he's been doing a very solid job behind the mound, knocking a lot of dirt balls down. That pitch misses for ball 2. It's a 2-1 count for Chris Witzke. 4th pitch of the at-bat, swung on, hit right back up the middle and into center field. That's now the 4th base hit of the game for those guys. Scoreboard still reads 5-1. I'll get that fixed really quickly here. Nick Henrich steps in for the 3rd time. First pitch of the at-bat, missing high for ball 1. The throw not in time. Witzke will steal second. 1-0 count here to Henricks. That pitch missing. Ball 2. 2-0 pitch to Hendricks. And that one just missing, not by a whole lot for ball 3. Runner on second, still 2 down, a 3-0 count here for Nick Hendricks. Trying to make something happen. Fastball, low, ball 4, and Hendricks walks. Beerman will call time. We got runners on first and second. He'll just talk things over briefly with his pitcher. We have Owen Martin stepping in now. Owen Martin reaching 2 times this game on a walk, a stolen base, and a 1-run scored. Also reaching on an error. Believe that to be a dropped fly ball back in the 3rd. Still 2 down, runners on first and second. 5-1 score. The pitch, and the dirt ball 1. One 0 pitch to Martin. Hits this one in the air, and it'll sail foul out of play. Strike 1. Cradle back on the rubber here, 1-1. A pitch, runner takes off for third. The throw. They just can't make the tag as the ball just comes out of the glove of right. Runners will be held up at second and third. And the pitch to Martin. Hits this one in the air and down in right center. They're going to wave Hendricks around third. The throw to second. In time. And a nice play there to get the out at second base. I believe Hendricks just came home to score on that one. That'll now make it 7-1. After a 2 RBI single for Owen Martin, just thrown out at second base. So it still counts for a hit, and we'll have a new pitcher, Alex Amaral, after a 4-spot put up by those guys in the 4th. Get those numbers coming up shortly from Bancroft. Welcome back to Bancroft. We're here in the top half of inning number 5. Those guys leading 7-1 over Baseball 365. A great half inning for those guys to answer back from 1 run in the top of the 4th. They put up 4 in the bottom of the inning number 4. As they had 4 runs on 3 base hits, 1 error, and nobody left on base. 1-1 count here from the new pitcher, Alex Amaral, out of Southwestern Iowa Community College, better known as Swick. 1-1 count here. He winds and fires. This one will miss in the dirt, ball 2. 2-1 count now. Fourth pitch of the at-bat swung on and popped up out of play to the leadoff hitter, Ryan Angler. Top of the order due up for Baseball 365. Hitters 1, 2, 3. 2-2 count. Nobody on, nobody out here. Top half of inning number 5. Still 7-1 for those guys. Here's the 5th pitch of the at-bat, Amaral. Looks like that might have been ball 4. Yeah, it was a breaking ball from Amaral that time. Just got kicked away by Lang, almost trying to make the block, but instead it's a full count. A little too eager to get out of that at bat that time. He got 3 balls, 2 strikes. And here's the payoff pitch. This time misses low and outside, ball 4. And now Angler will walk to first. Matt Olive, the batter now, stepping in 0 for 1. Walk in the first. Ground out to third, back in the 3rd inning. First pitch, fastball on the outside part of the plate. Good spot from Amaral. There's strike 1. 0-1 count here. Still a hot one at about 527. Get the temperature for you here. Good pitch. No call there, ball 1. Still 91 degrees. That excessive heat warning all the way up until 8 o'clock tonight. Here's the 3rd pitch of the at-bat. Grounded towards Kennedy at 3rd. Makes the grab, the throw to Truesdale, and the throw in time. Double play once again turned by those guys. This time 5-4-3. Tremendous defensive play. Kennedy at 3rd to Truesdale at 2nd. To Hendricks at 1st. 5-4-3. Chalk it up. I believe that's the 3rd one turned on the day for those guys in the infield. So that'll clear the bases. Now got 2 down for Nate Balin. The batter 0 for 2, reaching on a fielder's choice. Also popped out in the 4th. That pitch misses, ball 1. And second pitch on the way. Fastball in there for strike 1. Third pitch of the at-bat. Nice block from Lang in the dirt, ball 2. Two-one count here with 2 away and nobody on base. Amaral from the windup. Here's the 4th pitch of the at-bat. Missing outside, ball 3. Three-one. That's a fastball high, ball 4. Second walk given up by Amaral, and indeed nothing hurt this time. Balin walks to first. He'll be the lone base runner for the cleanup hitter, Joe Collier. Still 2 down here as Balin will just elect to coach first base. Courtesy runner. Number 25, TJ Martin, now standing in on first base. Playing, setting up on the outer half of the plate. Amaral from the stretch. Fastball low and outside for ball 1. The 1-0 count now. Amaral from the stretch. Fastball. Popped him up towards Javon Mason. Straight away left field. Easily makes the grab for out number 3. And that'll do it for 365. After 4.5. That inning, there were no runs on no hits. No errors on those guys. 2 walks given up. And 1 man left on base. Bottom of the 5th inning coming up. Those guys still leading 7-1. Welcome back to Bancroft. We're here in the bottom half of the 5th. Leading off with John Magnuson taking first pitch, ball 1 from Cradle, the pitcher. 7-1, they still lead. Still trying to add some insurance. There's a swing and a miss on a fastball for strike 1. Magnuson 0 for 1 so far with a strikeout and a sacrifice fly. 1 run batted in. From the windup, the 1-1 offering fouled straight back for strike 2. One, 2 count now for Magnuson. Trying to battle back here. Cradle from the windup. 1-2. Check swing. They're saying he held off for ball 2. Breaking pitch in the dirt. Two from Cradle. Fastball. Swing and a miss. And strike 3. Out number 1. Magnuson goes down swinging. That'll bring up Wade Canada. 1 for 2. Singled in the second. Struck out in the third. So he's trying to get back on the sticks. Canada 2 for 5 on the day. Hitting very solid. First pitch from Cradle. Fastball in the black taken. Strike 1. 0-1 count to Canada. Set pitch. Breaking ball. That breaks in the dirt on its way to the plate. Ball 1. And here's the 1-1. Canada has to duck out of the way of this one. Straight for his noggin, and there's ball 2. 2-1 count, 1 out. Nobody on base for those guys. The pitch. Fastball low and outside, ball 3. 3-1 count for Canada. And the pitch. Grounded hard right at the third baseman right. He doesn't have to move, and he makes a great throw to first for out number 2. Sharply hit ball on the ground, just right at the third baseman. To at least take half the play away from him. That'll bring up Connor Lang with nobody on, 2 down. Lang 1 for 2 on this game, 2 for 4 on the day in total. Cradle from the windup, and the first pitch just missing low, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, high and outside for ball 2 to Lang. Two hitters count, and the pitch, big swing and a foul tip for strike 1. Lang thought he saw his pitch there. A big hack, just getting a piece of it. Solid numbers. I think Lang's just looking for a pitch to drive here. Not quite getting it, as that one also misses in the dirt. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on base. Those guys still eating 365, 7-1. Once again, want to thank 365 for making the trip all the way down from the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. Today, Lang takes that one high, ball 4. He'll walk to first, bring up Parker Truesdale. 0 for 1, flew out and walked so far. 1 run scored just an inning ago. Got a great 1-out rally started. He's trying to get his first hit of this second game. 1 for 3 for total on the day. 2-run score. Looks like Pete Sartorius will just courtesy run for the catcher, Lang. Coach just takes his helmet, and Lang will just go put the pads on with 2 down. One-0 count to Truesdale. The pitch. Fastball in the black, taken for strike 1. One from the stretch, and a breaking ball. Breaking too low and off the plate for ball 2. Here's the 2-1 to Truesdale. That pitch rides high and misses for ball 3. We now got a 3-1 count. Hitters count for Truesdale. The pitch, and he'll lay off that one and walk in back-to-back at-bats and back-to-back walks for Cradle. Sartorius on at second, Truesdale the first. We go back to the top of the order with Aaron Cowboy Mason having himself a great day at the plate. He's 3 for 6 on the day. Last time up had an RBI double and scored. 2 down. Let's see if he can get some more run support for Amaral, our pitcher. Nobody in those guys' bullpen yet. or in 365s. First pitch to Mason in there, taking strike one. Gradle steps off briefly here. Still 0-1 count here to Cowboy. And the pitch. Looping breaking ball that breaks over the outer half of the plate. Mason lays off. And it's an 0-2 count now. Ben Cradle working hard for his third and final out. Mason trying to keep things rolling offensively for those guys. He'll wait the third pitch of the at-bat. And he'll step off, get the catcher Pyram to head to the mound. Don't forget, we still got 2 more games for those guys tomorrow. And after this one, 6 left on the season. Next weekend will be our final. And those guys' first season. And they're still trying to get their 18th win on the summer so far. Coach Kieran just trying to really up the winning percentage even a little bit more after 2 successful summers for the Albert Lee Lakers and Bancroft Bandits. Just getting his first head coaching job this past spring at Bismarck State. Very excited to see what he does with that program. That pitch in the dirt for ball one. It's now 1-2. Still 2 down. Runners on first and second for Cowboy. And the pitch. Curveball just outside for ball 2. Not a bad spot, and the 365 fans thought that might have got it. Rightfully so. Good spot. Mason working back here. 2-2 count. The pitch. Curveball. That time he gets him swinging and missing. For strike 3 and out number 3. After that strikeout, there were no runs on no base hits, no errors on 365, and 2 runners left stranded for those guys. We played 5 complete. Scoreboard still reads 7 runs for those guys, just 1 for Baseball 365. Top of the 6th inning coming up from Bancroft. Welcome back to Bancroft as we're here in the top of the 6th. Still a 7-1 score. Those guys out in front by 6. 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for 365. First pitch missing high outside for ball 1. Here in the top of the 6th, Jack Pyram leading it off. Nobody on, nobody out. 1-0 count. Amaral from the windup. Fastball just off the plate for ball 2. Pitch fastball in the black, taken, strike 1. Just a little bit more inside than the last one. 2-1 count now. Amaral trying to finish this one off as this one's lined into left field. Hit sharply, and there's the 4th base hit of the game for 365. That's the second for Piram. He's now 2 for 3 on the game after consecutive base hits. After that, we go to Mason Wolf. He's had a great offensive game, a double and a walk. Hasn't scored yet, though. Piram on at first. Amaral from the stretch. Fastball hit in the air to straightaway right field. Mason races in, calls it off, and makes a great catch on the run in shallow right field for out number 1 on 1 pitch. With 1 down, we go to the 7-hitter, Kyle Wright at third base. Amaral from the stretch. This one fouled straight back for strike 1. 0-1 count. Second pitch of the at-bat. Fastball right down the pipe, strike 2. Amaral working quickly ahead in this count, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Third pitch on the way and fouled straight back. Count sticks at 0-2. Those guys winning game 1 earlier 6-2. Thanks to 9 strikeouts from Jacobson, 5 RBIs from Hendricks. Trying to get a nice clean 2-game sweep here today. They got roughly another inning and a half of work to go. That pitch misses low out for ball 1. And that's if they're able to hold baseball 365 at bay. It's 1-2 in the count. The pitch. Not a bad spot there. Lang tried to stick it. They're going to say ball 2 outside. Not a bad spot there with 2 strikes, though. And here's the 2-2. Upstairs for ball 3. Kyle Wright standing in on a full count now. Payoff pitch. Inside for ball 4. And we now got 1 out. Runners on first and second. After the walk to right, we'll have a pinch hitter here, TJ Martin, coming in to bat for Parker Hagebach. Fastball low inside, ball 1 to the new left-handed batter, Martin. Amaral from the belt, the 1-0 pitch. And great spot there from Lang, catching it for strike 1. That'll even up the count back up 1-1. Still 1 down, play at third, second, or first. Those guys turning 3 double plays so far today, and there's a big swing and a miss on a chest-high fastball for strike 2. Martin quickly gets back in the box. Trying to make something happen here with 2 runners on base. Amaral works quickly back in the count. 1 ball to 2 strikes, and the offering. Lang will have to stand up and catch this one high for ball 2. Count evens back up at 2-2. And the pitch in the dirt. Lang keeps it in front, but we work another count full here. Base hit, ball 4 approach for TJ Martin. Amaral resets, and the payoff pitch. In there, called strike 3. Not sure where that one would have missed, but Martin goes down looking. As there's Amaral's first strikeout on the game. Now working for out number 3 here with 2 down. We got Sam Kalisa up at the plate, and this is a pass ball. Skips up past Lang for ball 1 to Kalisa. Runners advance to second and third now. Jack Piram led things off this inning with a single, now standing in just 90 feet away. 365 just trying to chip away at this 6-run lead for those guys. 1-0 count. Amaral from the stretch. High and outside, ball 2. Two-0 count for Kalisa. Painting the corner that time for strike 1 on Amaral. Still working out of the stretch here. 2-1. We'll get him to chase high. There's ball 3. And 3-1 count now. Fifth pitch of the at-bat. And missing high for ball 4. So Kalisa walks on 5 pitches. Let's get the bases loaded for Ryan Engler. First pitch of the at-bat, fastball. In the black, called strike 1. Amaral quickly back in the windup. Fouled straight back, and now he's quickly ahead in this count, 0-2. Just got to finish it off. And he's quickly resetting here, just trying to throw Engler off his time. 0-2 count. 2 down, bases loaded, and the pitch. Curveball, that'll sit him down looking in 3 pitches. Great recovery that time from Alex Amaral, getting strike 3 called. And we played 5.5 complete here. For 365 that inning. There were no runs on 1 base hit, no errors, 2 walks, and 3 runners left stranded. Welcome back to Bancroft. Those guys have 1/2 inning of offense left should they hold on to their lead to get some insurance. Leading things off 2, 3, 4 in the order. Javon Mason leading off 0 for 1, reaching twice on walks, 1 run scored. And he'll be facing a new right-handed pitcher, Nate Cousins, for Baseball 365. We'll see how he does here in relief. Those guys held scoreless in the 5th after putting up that 4 spot in the 4th. Curveball and a late swing and a foul tip from Mason for strike 1. Might have got a piece of the mask on Piram, the catcher. Oh, 1 count here. Cousins from the windup. And the pitch, fastball over the outer half of the plate, taken, strike 2. And the 0-2 to Mason. Check swing, but holds off for ball 1. A fastball high. And the pitch, breaking ball, broke just a little too late that time. Up above the zone for ball 2 taken. Cousins shakes off a pitch and another and goes with a 2-2. Fastball off the plate, ball 3. Working the count full yet again. 3-2 to Javon Mason, having another solid day at the plate. Payoff pitch. And called, strike 3. On a pitch riding the chalk inside. So Mason will go down looking for out number 1. That will bring up Chris Witzke. One down, nobody on base for Witzke. Takes the first pitch, breaking ball for strike 1. 0-1 count here. The pitch, bowed straight back, strike 2. Witzke having a great day at the plate. 1 for 2 in game number 1, 2 for 3 thus far. Making him 3 for 5 on the day. Oh, and 2 in the count, trying to battle back here. Cousins from the windup. And the pitch. Popped up and foul the other way. Count stays 0-2. Here comes the 4th pitch, the at-bat from Cousins, going sidearm, and Witzke skies this one to straightaway left field, and it's going to fall right in front of the left fielder, Ryan Angler. And Witzke legs out into a double. Good base running that time. Overran that ball out in left field there. Witzke able to stretch a single into a double with 1 down. 7th base hit of the game for those guys will now go to Nick Hendricks. 1 down, man on second. And here's the pitch. Curveball missing, ball 1. One 0 count, quick pitch from Cousins, fouled straight back, strike 1. 1-1 count. Here comes the third pitch of the at-bat. Breaking a little low that time. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 down. Witzke on at second. Those guys still leading 7-1. Fourth pitch to that bat outside, ball 3. Here's the fifth pitch, grounded down the line into left field. They're going to wave Witzke around the bag at third. He'll easily come in to score. There's another RBI for Nick Hendricks. It's his first base hit this game. An RBI single into left. He's now 1 for 3 this game. 6 RBIs on the day. With that, Witzke comes home to score. Makes it 8-1. Pitch missing low to Owen Martin, the batter. Ball 1. He's reached base 3 consecutive times, a walk, an error, and a 2 RBI single. Back in the fourth, his last trip to the plate. This one popped up. And they won't get to it. Foul. Strike 1. Curveball inside for strike 1. The throw to second in time. Nice throw from Jack Pieram. Throw out Nick Hendricks at second for out number 2. It's a 1-2 count now for Martin. 1 ball to 2 strikes. Base is cleared. And the pitch. Fastball crushed to deep right center field. It's carrying. And 1 hop to the fence in right center field. Martin rounding second. And he slides into third safely. Goes out of play. A triple and the throwing error out of play will bring him home for a run. Wish I could call that an inside the park home run, but it was a triple. Call it an RBI triple, though. That now makes it 9-1 for those guys. John Magnuson stepping in. That one misses outside, ball 1. That make it ball 2. Duo pitch to Magnuson. Misses low outside, ball 3. Good piece of hitting there from Martin. He was running hard the entire way. Slid in safely, beat the relay throw at third. Beat it, and it also sailed out of play over the third baseman and over the third base dugout, past the chalk, and he'll come home to score all in one play. 3-1 count after the swing and a miss. This one foul tipped. And to the backstop for strike 2 for John Magnuson. Three-2. Swung on, popped him up. Looks like Olive calls off the play at second base to retire Magnuson, and there's out number 3. And in that inning, there were 2 runs on 3 base hits. There was 1 365 error and nobody left on base. Played 6 complete. Alex Amaral coming out to close the door with a 9-1 lead. Top of the 7th coming up from Bancroft. Welcome back to Bancroft as Baseball 365 down to their final 3 outs. Those guys looking for a clean sweep of the 2-game series here today from Memorial Park. They lead 9-1 here in the top of the 7th. 2, 3, 4 hitters due up here. We have Matt Olive leading off. Amaral first pitch wild for ball 1. And here's the 1-0. Fastball low outside, ball 2. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and outside for ball 3. Amaral just needing 3 outs here for those guys to pick up their 18th victory on the summer. This one swung on, hit down the line towards first, and sails foul for strike 1. Three one count to Olive, and the pitch fouled straight back for strike 2. So Amaral works back to work the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on, nobody out here to the 2 batter in the top of the 7th. And final inning. Payoff pitch, curveball, grounded towards Kennedy, but just hooks it foul down the third base line. Count stays full in a 7-pitch at bat. Breaking ball upstairs, gets fouled straight back, and Olive draws the magic number 8 pitch at bat. Good work for him to battle late in the game. Three-two, and low and outside. Olive out last to draw an 8-pitch walk. Great at bat. There's the first pitch to Nate Balin. Big swing and a miss. Falls over towards the home plate. And there's strike 1. Balin going for a home run ball that time, but coming up empty-handed. 0-1 count here, no outs. Second pitch, just low on a breaking ball for ball 1. Quick pickoff attempt to first, not in time. Trying to catch Olive off guard, won't get it. That pitch on the outer half of the plate taken for strike 2. Amaral trying to finish off the at-bat here. 1 ball to 2 strikes. One-two pitch and crushed to deep left field. Javon Mason trips up as he races back towards it, and there's going to be a base hit for Balin. And it's a stand-up double for Nate Balin. 5th base hit on the game. For 365, Olive's going to be left stranded at third. Still no outs here. Great at-bat there for Balin to battle back with 2 strikes. Crushes one deep to left field. And we're all at the second pitch of the at-bat, and this one also hit deep to left field. Mason races back, and it's off the fence. 2 runs are going to come home to score. Back-to-back doubles for Baseball 365. That'll knock both Olive and Balin in to make it 9-3. 365 not done just yet. It's Joe Collier. Also comes up big with a 2 RBI double. Pitch misses outside, ball 1. Pitch there and there for strike 1. To the batter, Jack Pieram, 2 for 3 this game. 2 consecutive base hits on a double and a single. Also 1 run scored in there. Struck out in the second. Amaral with a 1-1 pitch. Hit the air to straightaway center field. Owen Martin gives chase. Makes the grab for out number 1. First pitch of the at-bat to Wolf outside for ball 1. One 0 to Wolf, and this one hit in the air deep to left field. Javon Mason gives chase, makes a beautiful catch on the run for out number 2. Great crack of the bat from Pieram, but just within range of Javon Mason. That's out number 2, and 365 down to their final out. So Wolf hit that last one. We'll go to Kyle Wright. 0 for 2 with a walk. And the pitch. Low outside, ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 1-1 count, 2 down. Amaral trying to close the door. Swing and a miss on an outside pitch. Strike 2. Now 365 down to the final strike. One, 2. Grounded softly to the right side. Henricks with the grab, and Amaral steps on the bag for the 3rd and final out. Those guys are going to win it. Once again in a 7-inning contest. This time 9-3 is your final score. Alex Amaral closes the door. Lucas Gardner picks up the win. After that one, we had 2 runs scored on 2 base hits, no errors on those guys, and looks like we had 1 runner left on base. For Lucas Gardner, he went 4 complete innings, 3 strikeouts, just 1 run given up, as well as 3 base hits, and 3 base hits given up and 2 runs for Alex Amaral, picking up 1 strikeout offensively. Let's look through our numbers here for those guys. Aaron Cowboy Mason went 1 for 4 with a double and an RBI and a run scored. Javon Mason 0 for 2. 2 walks, 1 run scored for him as well. Chris Witzke had a great game number 2 at the plate. 3 for 4, reaching base all 4 times on an error and 2 singles and a double. 1 stolen base and 2 runs scored. And for Nick Henricks, 1 for 3 with an RBI, 2 runs scored, and a stolen base. Owen Martin had a great day at the plate as well. 2 for 3 in game number 2 with a walk, 3 RBIs, a single and a triple, and 2 runs scored and a stolen base. For John Magnuson, 0 for 3 with a sacrifice fly, 1 run batted in. Wade Kennedy went 1 for 3, and for Connor Lang, he goes 1 for 2 with a walk. And Parker Truesdale, 0 for 1, but walked twice and scored once. Once again, that's your final is 9-3. Those guys advanced to 18-4 on the summer. And Baseball 365 falls tonight at 8. My name is Mitch Kieran. I want to thank you once again for tuning into our broadcast this summer. That might be the last one. We'll let you know otherwise, but only one more home series next Saturday for those guys. So if you haven't yet, make sure you come out and get in a couple games for Bancroft Memorial Park. Only $5 for the whole day, and you also bring your own food and beverage. Once again, your final scores from game number 1, those guys win 6-2, and those guys win game number 2, 9-3 for a clean 2-game sweep this Saturday evening. I want to thank you once again for tuning in. Have a great evening.